and rock and roll was just starting to kick off, and we were all excited about it. And I don't remember what the ticket cost, like $1.50 or something like that, but that was a lot of money back then. And we bought our tickets as soon as they became available, and was just looking forward to him going to his show and making his appearance here in Corpus Christi.
Yeah, and I really hadn't heard that much about Elvis Presley, and I remember when we went to see him, I didn't think he was particularly that wonderful. But then about 10 years later, I was in Las Vegas, and I paid a lot more for a ticket. I saw him, and at that time, he was really, really at the top of his game, and I really enjoyed seeing him then, but he improved a lot in that 10-year period.
I think it was more of a thing that if you did go, it's like everybody else was going, so you need to go. However, my father would have never approved my going, and that secret that I attended went to his grave. My mother, however, was kind enough, and there was a mother that took 3 of us girls down and deposited us at the Coliseum so we could go in. I did not know until later that she also had bought a ticket. And so on the way home, she disclosed that, and so she could, you know, we had to get home in the car, so she disclosed that as well. I don't think I remember much of what was going on because there was so much loud screaming of girls. I sat up around one of the upper tier, and if one girl would get up and start jumping up and down, that meant the whole row would go, and so I only saw a glimpse of Elvis.
I remember later that there was a big talk about, after the concert, about how the city council had established a resolution that was not going to allow Elvis to come back to Corpus Christi again, and all this kind of talk was going on. And I remember after I was elected mayor 2 years ago, there was someone asked about that resolution. I couldn't ever find it. If I looked for it, I want to make sure that didn't exist anymore, because that's ludicrous not to let that guy come back to Corpus Christi. They thought about how this type of music was going to ruin the future, ruin our future, ruin these young people. But then you start looking around, and I know several of the individuals that were there that I'm sure there was a lot more, but the one that I know of, there's several of them are attorneys now, and I know a couple that are doctors. I grew up to be the police chief and the mayor, and you know, it didn't ruin us. We were able to, you know, to go and finish our school and enjoy life. And I think that this is one of the times that the adults misread what was going on with this type of music.